Greetings all! Today, we will be examining the rare Ghost-type Pokemon Gimmighoul, the Coin Chest Pokemon in its chest form, and the Coin Hunter Pokemon in its roaming form, and its exceptionally rare Steel Ghost-type evolution Gholdengo, the Coin Entity Pokémon. Though the simple forms might not make them easy to pick out at first, the members of the Gimmighoul family are unique creatures whose power of monetary manipulation can more than show what they're capable of for those that are patient and diligent.
In their roaming form, Gimmighoul have tiny grey semi-flattened bodies with flat digitalized arms and feet, with a pair of dark grey bands around their waist, large yellow coin-like eyes with a double grey bar connecting them, a small mouth, and a pair of antennae shaped like dowsing rods with yellow circles at the tips and a tail of the same general shape, almost always using their tail to hold a Gimmighoul coin behind their bodies. In their chest form, the remains mostly the same, but they are now attached to a large ornate chest with red coloration and gold trimming, marked by a silver coin-shaped latch and a black band that wraps around the center of the chest form, always filled to the brim with coins. Their evolved form, Gholdengo, have larger bodies that are made almost entirely out of golden coins compressed together into a humanoid shape, with flat-bottomed feet and three-fingered hands, further featuring light gold-colored bands around the hips, wrists, and neck. Their eyes are the same color as their bodies, only defined by the lines around them. The head is adorned with 4 hair-like sprigs of coin hair, and they now wear a shrunken version of the original chest around them on a belt made from the same black strip and latch that was attached to the chest originally.
The true origins of the members of the Gimmighoul family are not known concretely, but it is said that they are cursed, fractured spirits that must roam the world endlessly in some form or another in order to hoard coins, to unite fully, and break the curse that has been placed upon their existence.
Born within treasure chests in legend about 1500 years ago, from coins cursed with passion and magic, these creatures are greedy to the extreme when it comes to money, and are known to collect what are called Gimmighoul coins with their life in any way that they can, for a curse has been put upon their existence that forces them to gather the coins habitually if they ever want to feel complete, unable to control their greedy tendencies to the point where they will do anything in order to satisfy their urges. Because of this, these creatures must find a way to gather coins on their own, but those that are born inside of chests are unable to really defend themselves as such, as their chest forms are too heavy for them to actually move. As such, in their chest form, these beasts are limited in what they can do to defend themselves, only able to effectively use astonish and tackle attacks, and thus must apply some sort of other method in order to get what they need. Because of this, these beasts typically do not show themselves to others and demonstrate the attributes of the rattled ability in turn, allowing humans to pick them up and store them away in secret places or even shops, where they are exposed to people on a regular basis. While the process of collecting coins can be extremely arduous and difficult for them to accomplish, sometimes taking centuries to do so, if they can do so and gather 999 Gimmighoul coins somehow, their spiritual forms will finally be released as they revert to the coin that gave birth to their existence, only for something truly extraordinary to happen. The combined spiritual essence of these numerous coins can eventually coalesce into a fully functioning soul all on their own, and when this happens, the coins that are gathered for so long will be bound together by spiritual energy, fusing the metal together in order to create a new body for this freshly formed soul to inhabit, thus giving birth to their true evolution, Gholdengo. This evolution process changed many attributes of these creatures and gives them a substantial boost to their stats, the base defense stat being above average for a fully evolved Ghost-type Pokemon, and everything else aside from the base attack stat being above average for a fully evolved Ghost and Steel-type Pokemon, their special offenses in particular being more than enough to make them a potent threat to face in combat. Once Gimmighoul are in a location that is comfortable for them, they will only show themselves to those they think they can possess readily to force them to bring them more coins, even as said in old tales, hoping that the chest will eventually be filled to the brim with 1,000 coins, including the one that created them in the first place, the one they need to be able to properly evolve. This can make them both easy and difficult to encounter, as anyone that tries to steal the coins from the chest, even to help another of their kind, will have their life force drained in order to compensate for the loss of coins. However, it is noted that these creatures are not always stuck inside of chests, as they do have a second form known as their roaming form, created when some of these beasts manage to find a way to muster the energy to break free of their chests, and in turn wander around the world in search of coins on their own, their antennae vibrating in the presence of Gimmighoul coins. While this grants them a much greater base speed stat compared to the chest form, as well as access to the runaway ability, they also have much weaker defenses and do not have any serious known way to defend themselves from attack, thus making it impossible to engage them in traditional combat. This works to their advantage though, as it means that they can just gather coins at their leisure, and even if they are cornered, they'll use their current coin count as a bribe against possible attacks to let them flee to gather more coins another day. Their patience in this practice is incredible, as some have likely been trying to collect coins for centuries, and thus can be a helpful source of loot if needed. This is a two-faced effort though, as those that take their coins also have a small bit of the life energy drained as compensation, giving these beasts time to hopefully find and return to the chest in order to take their hoarded coins and attempt to live life in the chest form once again.
When Gimmighoul manage to evolve into Gholdengo, they become steel ghost types from the sheer amount of money that now comprises their form, and they finally gain access to a decent list of attacks and techniques to help defend themselves against attack.
While they might be a bit middling in most of their base stats, the combined quantity of spiritual energy comprising them grants them an immense amount of special power to wield, more so than almost any other steel-type Pokemon known, and the curse that once haunted them now has taken on a much more magical quality to it. This not only grants them access to the signature ability Good as Gold, which makes them totally immune to status moves used on them by other Pokemon, but also the signature Make It Rain attack, a powerful steel-type special attack that generates money like the Payday attack, but is much stronger in terms of damage output and is more aligned with their steel-type attributes. As a whole, in that respect, Gholdengo are incredible creatures to encounter, and in turn a terrifying force to face at full power in any fight. Thankfully for most, Gholdengo are not sneaky tricksters like their pre-evolved form, but instead are incredibly friendly to all, and enjoy bonding with whoever is able to muster their creation. This is likely because of the sheer effort needed to make these creatures evolve in the first place, and they readily bond with others as a symbolic way of thanking the world for either helping them evolve into a complete state, or otherwise live long enough without lethal harm to make their dream a reality, the chest they once lived in strapped to a belt of sorts on the side as a reminder of the time and hardship that went into becoming a whole soul. Their quirkiness extends even to the mode of transportation, as Gholdengo are able to generate a literal surfboard of sorts made from gold coins in order to move around at great speeds, or at the very least faster than they would on the ground normally. This can make them more than just a bit curious to work with, but it is all for fun and games as far as they are concerned. The joy of true, complete existence fills them to the brim, knowing that they should not really exist, and they live every day to the fullest, encouraging others to make something of themselves and helping out in any way that they can, including using their potent magical attribute to simply generate money out of thin air, and thus can be the greatest friend anyone could make if they don't mind the otherwise silly and slightly awkward appearances.
While very few might ever get the chance to see the full potential of these curious beings, that only makes them all the more special to interact and work with to make the most of their true potential. Gimmighoul are the definition of utterly adorable to me, and are so tiny that you can easily fit a roaming one in your pocket like a little buddy that collects spare change. And even in their chest form, they are still small enough to be easy to pick up and take with you, making them probably the cutest coin detector in the whole world. Gholdengo are as powerful as they are stylish and cool, and can make the day of just about anyone that's willing to chill and have fun with them. Even so, as strange as they can be as companions, they are still a potent force to be reckoned with, as the signature ability makes them all but impossible to harm outside of direct damage, and the signature Make It Rain attack is the perfect way to not only hammer an opponent, but gather a little extra pocket change in the process, making them the perfect companions for penny pinchers looking to save a bit for a rainy day in the future.
Though seemingly innocuous at first glance, and maybe not worth the attention of some, the members of the Gimmighoul family nonetheless demonstrate that patience is a virtue for good reason. It may take an extremely long time to bring them to the full potential, but the wait can be more than worth it for those looking to see the genuine power at the heart of their cursed forms.
Just do yourself a favor and make sure that you pay due diligence and caution in breaking the curse and giving them the form that makes them the happiest, as a seemingly limitless rate of coins is always a fun idea until you get trapped beneath them and crushed by the sheer mass of their magical power.
Thank you all for watching this video. It always brings me great joy to see others enjoying the work I do to try and make the world of Pokemon and the fascinating creatures that lay inside of it feel as real as they possibly can. If you really enjoy my work, please feel free to leave a comment and subscribe, as I always do my best to respond to any and all comments that are left on my videos. In addition, if you wish to learn more about my work and help support it, you can find links to my Patreon page, as well as email and other contact information to my work on DeviantArt in the video description down below. Furthermore, you can find a link to my Discord server there as well if you'd like to get a first glimpse at what videos are coming up next and converse with other fans of the world of Pokemon. Thank you for taking the time to watch this, and have a wonderful rest of your day.